Greetings, everyone. As we're surrounded by the sounds of daily life, it's important to know that regardless of your environment, you still have access to your interior. You still have access to turn it within and be with yourself. Be with the spaces that are within you. Be with the mysteries, the possibilities, the potential, as well as those deep-seated emotions, those physical realities that you carry with you every day. And it's possible to find space in all of that. The sirens are like the emotions, and the plane is like the physical tightness. And in the midst of all that, if you sit and you take a few deep breaths, or if you can't sit, if you're somewhere with eyes open so that you're not looking too weird, and you breathe in and breathe out, remembering to soften your muscles, to lighten your load, to breathe as freely as possible, that you can shift, you can transition into other states of mind, other states of consciousness with ease. Yes, it takes practice. Yes, you have to develop skills of focus, concentration, motivation. And that is key, regardless if there's an abundance of noises, an abundance of people becoming obstacles to how you want to be. It takes focus. It takes practice. Yet it is there. It's there for you to access. It's as if you went to visit some amazing country. You were in the mountains. You found an area that beckoned to you, and you felt a sense of harmony. You felt the beauty around you. You were inhaling the perfume of the area. Once you've been there, even if it's years later, you can recall it. It's a reminder. On our property, if you were to wander around, it's not very big, it's like 2/3 of an acre. We have reminders. And we didn't put it up that way, but we have reminders all around us. Images, structures, pieces of art, Buddhas, Mother Marys, St. Francis, owls, rabbits, angels, flowers, crystals, pieces of art, bells, chimes, Tibetan flags, spread all over the place, not on top of each other. And in the midst of all that, or I'd say these are in the midst of the nature of this area, the vibe that was here when we came, and the vibe that we cultivated, bringing our atmosphere to integrate with the presences that are here. The pine trees in the back have this presence that is just, it calls me. The pine tree at the other end of the property, it spoke to my wife so clearly, it's not on our property, it's on the neighbor's property. But when we bought the house and they divided the land, that we would have this part of the property with the house and they kept that other part, she said, well, we'll buy this on the premise that you don't ever cut down that tree. Kind of ballsy of her. But that's what she wanted, and they said yes, and then they sold the property, but the tree's still there. So we surround ourselves with these reminders, and we need them at times, and even without need, we find them supportive. And those are external supports. When you take some time to sit quietly and you start exploring your inner terrain, you find spaces that inform you about mercy, awaken compassion, introduce you to generosity, and so forth. One quality that I find very beneficial, that I've acquainted myself with to some degree, and certainly can do much more exploration with it, is the quality of space. Where I work, it is a pretty constant barrage of activities around me. Behaviors, there are children striving to communicate with difficulty. There's staff striving to support these children, and they're having difficulties. Everybody is having their buttons pushed, and everybody has strategies in which to deal with the triggers. My strategy, one of my strategies, and it's good to have several, is finding that spaciousness. So when things get very congested around me, and everything seems to be on the edge, I remember to remember and take a breath. And as the breath creates a sense of space within my torso and my abdomen, it also creates a space within my spirit, my atmosphere. And for me, that has come from years of meditation, concentration, exploring the effects of food on states of mind, exploring the effects of activity on the states of mind. And trying throughout all these years to become better and better acquainted and familiar with possible remedies to being overwhelmed, to being fearful, to feeling a sense of self-righteousness. The triggers I have are, like everyone else, we have our unique versions, but basically, they shut us down. They tighten us up. They remove us from being in the moment, being in the flow of things. So just like Felix the cat, it's good to have a variety of tricks in the bag that you can reach in and say, oh yeah, this one will help. Or you can reach in and say, none of these have helped so far. How about this one? So when you're in the midst of the cacophony of sounds, otherwise known as noises, many of them external, many of them internal, it's good to remember that you've been someplace that so inspired you that some of its atmosphere stayed with you. And you can return to that atmosphere. You can call it forth. A good thing to remember is when you're calling for help, when you're calling for support, guidance, clarity, you have to listen for the answer. Each time you call, the potential is there for a new answer. It's like going to a piano and you can only play one note. You open up the piano, and the one note that will soothe you, you hit middle C. You're like, oh yeah. The next time you go back, you may hit a B flat or an F sharp, and it will respond to your call in a way that is so unique, so appropriate, if you're willing to hear it. So regardless of the type of meditative practice that you would like to explore, that you would like to participate with, be mindful of your response. Be mindful that you're calling forth an aspect of your being to respond, to awaken, to inform you. You're sitting with a nice posture, with some stability and ease. Close your eyes. Allow your breath to move in a rhythm that is natural for you at this moment. Allow it to find its own length and depth. Bring your awareness to the oval of your skull. And just breathe into your skull and breathe out. With each breath, allowing there to be a sense of ease, a sense of openness to be engendered. And allow what will come to come. So if you're in public and you can't close your eyes, you can't have a funny look on your face, you can be just gazing at something. Inhale and exhale through your skull, allowing it to be at ease, allowing what is there to open up, to offer itself up. You do that for one breath. Second breath, you breathe into the oval of your neck and throat, allowing it to open, to be at ease, to soften, to radiate its own natural atmosphere. Third breath, breathe into your upper torso, between the rib cage and the scapulas, allowing it to be at ease, allowing your heart to blossom. Fourth breath, breathe into your abdomen, soft belly, letting things go, releasing, listening to what's there. Fifth breath, breathe into your pelvic oval, allowing it to be at ease, to relax, become more spacious. And with the sixth breath, breathe into the 5 ovals and exhale through your arms and hands, legs and feet, allowing the palms and fingertips, soles and tips of toes to be soft and spacious. And seventh breath, take stock of where you are now. That's 7 breaths to change your state of mind, to shift, to transition into an attitude where you would have more possible responses. And if you don't have time for 7 breaths, in 1 breath, you breathe in the oval of your skull, throat, torso, abdomen, pelvis, and breathe out arms and hands, legs and feet. So from either of those two quick fixes, you have opportunity to reacquaint yourself with your strategies, with yourself. And allow new possible responses to flow through your personality in dealing with the external stimuli. So thank you for joining me. I hope to continue these thoughts. Please post your thoughts and comments below, and together we'll journey forward. Thank you. Peace.